Mitigating risks and ensuring compliance in regulatory compliance in federated data governance. Data governance plays an essential role in ensuring regulatory compliance, maintaining the trust of stakeholders and mitigating potential risks. In this part of the course, we explore key strategies and best practices for mitigating risks and ensuring compliance in the context of regulatory compliance in federated data governance. To effectively mitigate risks and ensure compliance, it is crucial to establish a robust compliance framework that aligns with regulatory requirements. This framework should include the following components: a compliance policies and procedures. Develop comprehensive policies and procedures that address key compliance requirements, such as data privacy, security, and industry-specific regulations. These policies should clearly outline the steps to be followed while handling data, including data collection, storage, processing, and sharing. B. Regulatory monitoring and updates. Stay informed about regulatory changes and updates related to data governance. Regularly monitor regulatory bodies' websites. Subscribe to industry newsletters and participate in relevant forums to stay up to date with the latest compliance requirements. C. Compliance training and awareness. Conduct regular training sessions to educate employees about the importance of compliance and the impact of non-compliance. Ensure that employees understand their roles and responsibilities in adhering to compliance policies and procedures. Properly classifying data based on sensitivity and value is crucial for mitigating risks and ensuring compliance. Conduct a thorough risk assessment to identify potential vulnerabilities and prioritize risk mitigation efforts. Consider the following steps. Assess data risks. Evaluate potential risks associated with each data classification, including threats to confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Consider external threats, internal vulnerabilities, and regulatory compliance requirements in your assessment. Identify data sources. Determine the origin and location of data within your organization, and evaluate the associated risks. Understand which departments or individuals have access to sensitive data, and identify potential weak points in data governance. Assign data classifications. Categorize data based on its sensitivity, such as personally identifiable information, PII, financial data, or intellectual property. Apply appropriate access controls, encryption, and monitoring mechanisms to protect sensitive data. To ensure compliance and mitigate risks, it is essential to implement proper access controls and data security measures, such as a role-based access control, RBAC. Implement RBAC to assign appropriate access privileges to individuals based on their roles and responsibilities. Restrict access to sensitive data to only those who need it for their job functions. B. Encryption. Utilize encryption techniques to protect data both at rest and in transit. Apply encryption protocols to sensitive data stored in databases on storage devices and during data transfers. C. Data loss prevention, DLP. Deploy DLP solutions that can monitor and prevent the unauthorized transmission or disclosure of sensitive data. These solutions help identify and block any potential data leakage incidents. D. Incident response and data breach management. Develop an incident response plan and establish protocols to detect, respond to, and recover from data breaches. Regularly test and update your incident response plan to ensure its effectiveness. Mitigating risks and ensuring compliance is an ongoing process that requires continuous monitoring and auditing of your data governance practices. The steps below are recommended. Conduct regular audits to assess the effectiveness of your compliance framework, access controls, and data security measures. Identify any discrepancies, non-compliance issues, or deviations from established policies and take corrective actions. Implement a centralized log management system to record and retain logs related to access attempts, data modifications, and system activities. These logs can be useful for investigating security incidents and demonstrating compliance to auditors. Generate compliance reports that provide evidence of your adherence to regulatory requirements. These reports should be accurate, up to date, and easily accessible for both internal and external auditing purposes. If your organization relies on third-party vendors or suppliers for data-related services, it is vital to ensure they also comply with regulatory requirements. Consider following these steps. A due diligence. Conduct a thorough assessment of potential vendors or suppliers before engaging their services. Evaluate their compliance framework, security measures, and data handling practices to ensure they align with your organization's requirements. B. Contractual agreements. Establish clear contractual agreements that outline the vendor's responsibilities regarding data privacy, security, and compliance. Specify the notification process in case of a data breach, and define liabilities and penalties for non-compliance. C. Ongoing monitoring. Regularly review and monitor the third-party vendor's compliance practices to ensure continuous adherence to regulatory requirements. Conduct periodic audits or assessments to validate their compliance efforts. In summary, mitigating risks and ensuring compliance is a continuous effort within regulatory compliance in federated data governance. A compliance framework can be combined with risk assessments, access controls, and data security measures to effectively mitigate risks and ensure compliance with regulatory requirements.